Hello and welcome to The Stack, and here are today's top stories. The first story is a report coming from Texas. It's very disturbing, Joe Biden's behavior. So over the weekend, Joe Biden visited the site of the horrific Texas school shooting. Like I said, it was absolutely horrific. I don't want to understate that at all. Well, it turns out that a significant number of Border Patrol agents and other first responders at the school were disinvited to an event with President Joe Biden, with the White House citing that the event space was too small to accommodate all of these people. But these people were originally invited. They were first responders to the scene. And what did Joe Biden do? Well, we know Joe Biden doesn't like first responders and Border Patrol agents, so the White House disinvited them. That's a really disgusting move from Biden. I'm totally disgusted by it, but it's not surprising. I mean, we all remember going back to August of last year after Afghanistan, what Joe Biden did to Gold Star families, turning his backs on them. Joe Biden routinely turns his backs on brave Americans, and that's exactly what he did here. And the second story, we're flashing back to 65 years ago to Nancy Pelosi's husband. Nancy Pelosi's husband over the weekend was arrested for driving under the influence, and he was involved in a car accident. Well, it turns out this is not Paul Pelosi's first incident with a vehicle. It's really tragic, and I think Paul Pelosi should have learned from what happened 65 years ago. 65 years ago, he was on a joyride in his sports car and wrecked it, and his brother died in that accident. And so, you see Paul Pelosi driving under the influence at 82 years old, and you would think that he would think back to 65 years ago, what happened with his brother dying, and think maybe I shouldn't get in the car and drink and drive. But these leftists never seem to learn from their mistakes, and the Pelosi family clearly hasn't learned from their mistakes. And the third story, Biden's Treasury Secretary just made a major inflation admission. She's now saying that she was wrong. Yes, Janet Yellen is admitting that she was wrong about inflation, saying, she originally said that inflation was a transition and it's not going to last long, etc. And now she's saying that she was wrong about that. Well, you know what? We knew she was wrong from the beginning. We knew that inflation was going to be around for a long time, and it was not something temporary. But the Biden admin is now trying to backtrack and just say, oh, we were wrong. We got it wrong. We're sorry. Yeah, you know what, Janet? Americans aren't falling for it. We know that Joe Biden is responsible for inflation, for all the money he pumped into the economy and all of his anti-American policies. So yeah, you were wrong and Americans were right, and we know it. So if you want to stay up to date on the latest inflation news, the latest news about Nancy Pelosi, and the latest news about Joe Biden, head to westernjournal.com, and please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of The Stack.